Hello, and we say good day to you this day of your time. It is our great pleasure to meet you and co-create together a new reality. We speak on behalf of the Pleiadian Council, as well as many other guides who are here with you, who you may come to meet if you wish. We ask, how are you all doing today?
Happy.
Oh, how exciting. And we are as well pleased, we would say, to meet you. We first of all must thank you because it is an honor to be in your world, you could say, as we are beings who move throughout the galaxy, throughout the multiverse, telepathically interacting with beings of varying levels of consciousness, as you are, in a way, our great grandchildren, much more greats than we could even say. We are deeply connected to you at that deep genetic level, and for this reason we have watched over your world. We have been here at some times, and now is the time on your planet of a acceleration, a shift of consciousness into higher dimensions. So there is a great transformation occurring, and this is the most exciting time that we could be here. Whenever we go to any different reality, it also allows us to expand through the reflections that all of you offer to us in coming to see ourselves more clearly, in coming to understand more of what the multiverse offers. And through that, we deepen in our own connection to Source. So we share with you our great thanks. Now, we have no ultimate agenda other than a desire for your planet to stay on its course, so to speak, and join us in the intergalactic alliance, you could say. Now, there are many different pathways that all of you could walk upon, and ultimately you decide with your own free will what vibrations, what choices you make that lead you on the various future Earth scenarios that are all available to you. And in one of them, you come to meet many different extraterrestrial groups, and your planet ascends in that positive fashion. Of course, there are many changes to come in that time, though the most important of all of them is your own willingness to be more fully who you are. Your willingness to choose to walk upon the path that is most true to your own heart. This is one of our most primary messages. Of course, there are many others. And as you share with us the ideas and the sorts of curiosities that may sit within your heart, we can reflect to you to the best of our own ability in a way that can help you expand your consciousness and raise your vibration as well, as you say. So with that said, we would open the space for you in this co-creation to begin your sharing at any time you wish. And please speak loudly and powerfully so that all can hear, and that you can make a strong statement with your own word of where you would like to see yourself going.
I will open with a question.
Yes.
I love Kundalini Yoga,
How exciting.
and I would love to share it, but I'm not a certified teacher.
All right.
And they make a very strict regimen of you must follow these protocols in order to share it. And I feel a little like it's a little elitist in having so many protocols when it's just delivered in a manual that's accessible to anybody.
Yes.
So what would you have guidance to offer in sharing it as a gift for holding space and allowing people to practice these exercises?
We would say simply go for it. Do not allow these restrictions to limit you, as in a way the practice as it is taught from the institution you are speaking of is one degree of distortion from the original practice of what could be called a Kundalini Yoga. There are many different pathways, there are many different practices and modalities that are involved in this study of yoga. And really, there are some dangers that come with excessive practicing, but simply sharing one session in a group setting through the guidance that you receive will be a very grand way for you to experience your own passion.
Thank you.
Yes, we thank you. Something more you would like to share with us?
I do, but I'll open to others.
Oh, all right.
I have a question.
Yes.
So, I'm at the point where I'm seeing a lot of information has come my way about plant medicine,
Yes.
about organizing retreats. There is also a lot about the water element, dance, and this creation. And I'm at the point where I'm kind of like, which way do I go and what do I do with this?
All right.
Can you offer some guidance over my path? And I know there is no right and wrong, but I would like to have clarity, especially the strong feeling about dancing as a way of just free dancing, water dancing, and how to step into it and what can I do out of it.
Well, our main guidance for all of you is always to follow your own highest excitement. Listen to your own greatest passion. This force is magnetic. When you allow the feeling in your heart to be your guidance, when you are considering many different options, and you take a moment to imagine each of them as pathways that are connected to the center of your own heart. And in each moment, there are many choice points. This is about the big decisions, like booking a flight to this place or that place, and the small decisions, as do I stay home and do my ritual, or do I go out and have breakfast somewhere? Neither are better or worse, and neither place that you go to is better or worse ultimately. Yet in your own heart, when you can feel that force of passion, that force of fire even, it may feel as if, and you allow that to guide the choice, you will follow a path that is filled with that passion, and that passion as well is a magnetic force that attracts synchronicities that bring to you situations that represent even more passion. So when you are presented with these many options and you have to make a choice between one thing or another thing, allow yourself to remember that and feel which pathway ignites within you more of that love, more of that passion. Making that choice will always lead to your greatest and quickest expansion. Sometimes you may feel that your decisions may not be practical. It is important to feel somewhat secure when you are choosing a path, though realize that the most important aspect of it is the passion. And that will be enough to guide you. Now, as you have expressed this great interest in dance, this is, as we see your energy at this moment, a very appropriate way for you to deepen into your own ability to channel, and as well to explore these sacred arts in a very powerful way. So trust your own passion there. Can we specify this any clearer for you? Yes?
Yes, it's clear enough.
Okay. Something more you would like to share?
Is it possible to know which star system I'm from?
Well, we can tell you where you have connections, though ultimately all of you are from Earth. You have connections to many other star systems, and these are what you may call other lifetimes, parallel lifetimes. You have described them as past and future lifetimes, though that is the result of your own linear perception of time. Many of the lifetimes that you have that are a part of your Oversoul are not lives and beings that experience time as a line. They experience a very different sort of time, a very different sort of space in the realm where they are from. And ultimately, all of these experiences are here and now. So, coming to meet these other aspects of yourself as friends and guides, you can channel their energy into your experience, especially when you are doing whatever makes you feel passion. So for you, you could channel their energy more powerfully if you are dancing, as many of these beings most certainly like to dance. Now, we see for you many different soul connections. In a way, you do have the connections to all of them. The connections that will help you most with what you are doing at this moment are, one moment, the connection to the star system Sirius, and to Andromeda. Do you understand those realms? Have you had some exposure to them?
Serious, yes.
Yes.
Serious, yes. Thank you.
Yes, we thank you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, our great love and thanks to you as well.
Thank you.
Question?
Yes.
I'm curious about different entities
Yes.
that might, like, sometimes I feel like I can't speak and there's something that is, like, holding me back that seems foreign to my body.
Yes.
And I'm curious about these entities.
All right.
And,
Do you feel this around your throat area?
yeah.
All right. One moment. Has this been occurring since you were younger, a teenager?
Yeah.
What was the experience that happened right before this began?
It seems to be a lifelong thing.
Yes. Was there one certain incident with a person that kind of initiated the exacerbation, you could say, of this experience?
My mom.
Yes. It is a familial sort of connection. So, she in a way has passed this spirit onto you. It ultimately does not belong to your own personal soul energy, and you have allowed for this spirit to latch onto you. Now, part of releasing this is in releasing the fear-based beliefs that can allow for such an entity to interfere, and it may involve speaking those uncomfortable truths, first of all to your mother, as the belief systems that came from this entity originally were transmitted to you from her. And there may be many thought forms, many sorts of experiences that result from those thought forms that arise regularly that you feel as if they are not yours. So these are important and powerful moments to make some sort of a ritual to clear and release this energy and entity. You may find through experiences, through following your own path, that there are certain people you meet that have a particular way of working with these entities. Now, generally we would say clearing your energy with a smudge of sorts regularly is helpful, though you need something quite a bit deeper than that to truly remove all of it. We can, in a way, invite this spirit forward today for you to engage with it in your own way and begin to set boundaries. So by going up from each and every one of your chakras regularly and cutting cords of energy that connect you to this entity, particularly at your own throat, you will be able to release it with time, using your voice, especially when you find that it may be constrictive, will also be of assistance. Rinsing with water, putting your feet in salt water or getting near an ocean can help quite a bit as well. Though the ultimate way, again, to clear this entity is to learn how to speak your own truth and to, in a way, through that expression, command that your connection to it be severed. And it may, at first, return to your mother. Her connection to it may get worse. So you have to, in a way, set the example of having strong boundaries yourself. And from that, your mother can also learn to do the same thing with this entity. It may be harder for her to do it than it is for you, as she may not have the same degrees of understanding or the same degrees of openness. Yet, really, you're not helping her by taking this connection on for yourself. Do you understand?
Yes. Thank you.
Yes. So today, you will receive great codes of light from different extraterrestrial and angelic energies. And as you do the different practices, imagine those codes coming into your central channel, your spinal column, and from your spinal column around your body, creating this field of energetic protection. There may be some interference in this process, so allow yourself to become aware of that and know that the more you engage in these practices, the more you engage in filling yourself with light and speaking up what is true for you, the more this connection will sever.
Thank you.
Yes, our thanks to you.
I guess I have a question.
Yes.
Difficult to put into words particularly.
All right.
Either I've chosen or I believe plant medicine has chosen me. This one called Pescovite.
Yes.
And it keeps coming back into my life.
All right.
Every time I pushed it away, it comes back, come back, come back. And I'm at the point now where I feel, I don't know. I guess my question is whether it's in my path to help people with this medicine or not. I don't really. Everything, my life keeps guiding me towards it as a healing tool.
Does that feel exciting for you?
It does.
All right. Though, are you in some degree resistant towards that idea?
I have been for a long time. This year, not so much. This year, it all kind of feels right.
Yes.
But I've always been very reluctant to help in any kind of way in ceremonies or medicines without really knowing what I'm doing.
Yes.
I understand I'm a healer, but I've never been one of these people to claim I'm like this.
Well, yes, most certainly we understand where that comes from, as there are many who have a grandiose idea of how special they are for choosing to exercise their ability to heal. Yet ultimately, every one of you are healers, as you are all in a process of becoming clearer, becoming more authentically yourself, and because each of you has a unique perspective, there are certain nuances that you can offer others that no one else can. So to say that you are not a healer because you are not yet enough or not appearing the same way that other healers may appear is in a way cutting off others from receiving those special gifts that you have, and also cutting yourself off from receiving that expansion that comes from being of service to others. And that is why we are here, because it is truly the most powerful way to expand.
few different kinds of little entities,
Yes.
and they've always just told me, the only thing they ever said to me was, it's okay, it's all okay.
Yes.
I always guess I expected something more, some help or channeling or information.
Did you ask for that?
Yes, I guess so.
How have you asked for that?
I guess I just asked them to tell me or to guide me or to give me an idea of whether this was my path or not.
All right.
And just
Well,
tell me it's okay.
You now have that knowing that it is a potential path, and because it is exciting, it is a path that will help you expand, and because it is all okay, it will be all right. Though in a way, you can only receive more information by taking the necessary steps on that path. And when you are asking for any information or healing from spirits, be quite specific with what it is that you would like to create. Be aware of how it would feel to create that new reality, and be aware of why you want any particular information. What do you intend to do with it? As there is really so much information out there that you couldn't possibly receive a ultimate picture of things. What you know as a human is minuscule in compared to the scope of the universe. Yet you can know all of the things you need to know if you discover what you really need to know. And when you find that and you ask for it, it will come to you. Whether it is from a spirit or from another person, or from the flow of life. So in that state of asking the questions and following your passion, you create an energetic field that attracts the information that you need through the path of least resistance. So be aware of every sort of way that this information could be received. It is not only telepathically, though that is a very convenient way when that is the way that will work.
All I've ever received when I've been doing my medicine is love. I always
Yes.
feel loved.
Yes?
How do I know it's always in people's interest for me to help them if they come to me? I've always felt some kind of,
Well,
hesitance.
yes, if all you are doing is opening up to a state of love, what harm could come from that?
Fair point.
So, by getting clear with their intentions, allowing them to go and question why they are coming to such a plant teacher, and why they are drawn to connect with you, and what they want to get from this experience, that will help you understand if their intentions are matching your own intentions. And if they match, you can create that safe space in a powerful and clear way.
Thank you.
Yes. Something more you would like to ask at this time?
Not yet.
All right.
I have a question.
Yes.
It's a rather difficult one. I've been working with cosmic celestial crystals for a number of years,
Yes.
and creating the alchemy and planting the crystals in my clients. And every now and then I get the vibe that, what do you think you're doing? Why do you do this? And I go with the flow. Some people it just happens, and other people I'm hesitant, and I just want to know if it's channeling directly from the Pleiadian source. Last year, I was in a sound journey in Iceland,
Yes.
and I connected with Master Toth and to the Council of Seven, and they downloaded me this information, and it was like high frequency stuff, and I felt ecstatic and very vibrant after it, but I still am nervous to use that knowledge, and every time I ask for help to shorten my sessions, they seem to get longer. And then I was told that I'm still learning, and so I would just like some advice on those concepts.
All right. Well, indeed the information you received has come from a balanced and intergalactic source, so you can trust where the information has come from. Though what makes you doubt it? Why do you question its source and your ability to implement it?
I had a tarot reading from a friend, and she told me what I'm doing. She didn't know what I was doing. She just said it's dangerous.
All right. What about it could be dangerous?
I didn't think it was, but that's always in the back of my mind, and I think, well, the ego, like, what do you think you're doing? Creating alchemy and whatever. And so I've just been cautious, but I feel very strong connections, and I don't, as a crystal healer, I travel quite light, even though I do have many crystals. But I use the essence of the crystals I have and combine them and plant them and use them.
Yes.
And working with the high frequency of the 20 chakra system. And so there's no one to teach me, it's just all me channeling it, and so I just want to know if I'm on the right track.
Yes. You most certainly are on the path of your own service. And by continuing to listen to your own heart, it will all manifest and you will receive even more guidance. Now, you can trust that when your intentions are pure, as they are, there cannot be any harm. There can be accidents that occur on your own path of sometimes finding yourself ungrounded, or sometimes working with people and sharing with them too much energy, in a way. And simply by holding the intention that they do not become overwhelmed by the frequency, it will be much easier for them to integrate. And most certainly by ensuring that they take with them the stones that they find grounding and clearing for their energy, they will be able to integrate in more clear ways. Now, we would say that when there is information that you cannot prove that evokes fear, it is most important to erase that as quickly as possible, as any fear-based idea that stays in your energy field is like a seed that can grow and can become a vine that blocks the light from going to all of the deeper places. And really, the work that you are doing is aligned with that greater framework of the planetary ascension. It is in a way laying a foundation for that, so you can trust that it is flowing for you and flowing for those that you are working with. And by really questioning, if you are feeling this fear, what could be the worst thing that may happen, that can show you, in a way, the darker part of your shadow that can, in a way, continue to come back and block the light. When you can examine that idea of the negative consequences of doing what you are inspired to do, and find a degree of acceptance for those potential outcomes that you don't prefer, realize that of course you do not prefer those negative outcomes, yet by allowing, by accepting, by surrendering, by trusting that Source has a plan, even when things do not seem to be going perfectly well, you will truly avoid those outcomes quite easily. Though we would not say that what you're doing is in any degree really dangerous. The only danger is in blocking your light by fearing what you are really capable of.
And so Neil and I are grid keepers, and we travel around doing the grids.
Yes.
And so we've been called to the Asian area, and
Yes.
we're not quite sure of the destination. It's a big, huge country, and so is there any guidance as to where we should be going?
You have
In
already
the north.
planned to go to India, yes.
Yeah, we've been called there. Everything's been provided. It's happening. I'm just like, it's like a total different frequency. It's the old male energy,
Yes.
and so just wondering about going there. going to be working in Goa and in Bali.
Yes.
And just very Muslim areas, masculine frequencies that just go with the flow and do what we're guided to do. I feel
Yes.
that's what we need to do.
Yes, there will be some of those energies you have mentioned, the very controlling frequencies around you. So by avoiding those areas and by not engaging with that energy, you can find that there is also very great light in those areas. Especially in the area you know to be Goa, there will be very pleasant times, very happy moments, and great joy to experience. There could be some very interesting secrets to uncover for you in the area you know to be Cambodia. If you look into this and you feel a passion in your heart, there could be something to discover there. Now, as well as in Bali, there are experiences that can come through connecting with the water and with certain temples and spaces that are available. As you allow yourself to, in a way, humbly receive what the land has to offer and what the culture has to offer without taking with it the control and the darker energies, you will be able to most certainly have a very safe and pleasant experience. Yes, most certainly. So, yes, be excited, really, as there is a part of you that is quite passionate about these new experiences to come, and we only see that as you allow that passion to flow, it will be a very positive and exciting experience for you. Now, one thing to say about purchasing the crystals is to be quite certain when you are working with someone, when you are buying from someone, to trust your first instinct. That you may meet some who will attempt to take advantage, and you will feel it quite instantly. When you are with those people, make sure that you really allow for your boundaries to be firm, and always go for less than what you think should be the starting price. And say it with conviction, without emotion. Simply imagine, in a way, the most unemotional state that you can experience. And take a moment to practice being in that state in the weeks before you go there, just for a couple of minutes. Before you go about making a deal, focus and allow for that poker face to come about. It will be of great assistance in those exchanges. Yes, our thanks to you. Blessings and light, you would say.
I have another question, if I may.
Yes.
I've been clearing, and sometimes I feel like I'm incredibly full of a lot of anger.
Yes. Is that exciting?
Not particularly.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
It could be exciting.
I'm tired of being angry at
All right. We understand.
But I'm understanding that it's not something I should be denying, because it's just
No.
part of who I am.
Well,
How do I make it something more useful, I guess, is my question. 'Cause it's a lot of power,
yes.
but I don't like it when it gets directed out into random things.
Well, anger is really simply that. It is misdirected power. So when you can really question, why are you angry? What is the desire behind the anger? Anger is a desire for something, and either there is a belief that you cannot have it, that there is something blocking you from it, or that you are not deserving of it fundamentally. It can be you are desiring for a peaceful connection with someone who is not capable of behaving in the way that you perceive as balance. It can be that you wish to have more abundance or more ease in your life, yet it seems to not be there. Now, whenever you suppress the anger, it is as if you suppress the desire as well, and the force that is meant to be pulling you in the path of creating those experiences becomes dimmed down. So instead of denying the anger, yes, allow for the anger, yet do not identify with the anger. You have said it is a part of who I am, and in a way that is true, as all of you have the potential within you for every such negative or positive emotion. Yet this perception of them as bad or good is not really the same as how the emotions are really expressed. So clear away those ideas, those associations that I am angry and therefore something is bad about me in this moment. Instead, see that as an opportunity to recognize that you may believe in some degree of separation between what you desire and your ability to have it. And in that way, make the space for you to really receive that which you do desire.
How do I make that space?
The first step is accepting, perhaps, that you may not believe in your deserving of it. Accepting and acknowledging that you may believe in some sort of negative self-concept, negative ideas about yourself, and instead of trying to compensate for them, simply accept that. Simply surrender to it for as long as you need to, really. It may not be an entirely comfortable process, yet really whenever there is any such negative self-concept or a feeling of unworthiness, and instead of pushing hard against it, you surrender into it, it then dissolves. It's as if you are trying to push out of a cage, yet the key is tied beneath it. So instead of fighting, allow yourself to relax, allow yourself to become more flexible so that you can maneuver in a way to pull it out from beneath you. That is the first step. And from then, begin by imagining and feeling into those sorts of experiences that you want. Now, don't go for the greatest, grandest fantasy right away. Go for what feels very, very powerful, very exciting, yet still reachable. Perhaps a little bit beyond your reach. Perhaps you stretch your imagination a little bit, but not for the greatest, most intense thing. And simply take a moment to meditate, or as you are doing something like gardening or cooking or walking even, imagine yourself having that experience and allow yourself to go into that emotion that you would associate with achieving that goal, achieving that outcome, receiving that abundance or that recognition or that connection, that love that you may be seeking. And as you imagine it and you can hold the frequency of what it would feel like to have it already within you, you change your vibrational template so that at that higher level, what you are desiring is pulled to you, is attracted to you. And then, of course, the most important step is moving in that direction. So it is a multifaceted process. And as you apply these understandings to some of the initial experiences, you will be able to apply it to every facet of your life. Can you play with that?
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have any other questions about this? All right. And again, remember that the first step, and in a way the most important step, is always releasing the resistance. So do not fear your own anger. And if you can find a way to channel it into something positive, like writing, like creating, like working, it can be a helpful emotion itself. This is a powerful force, and when you clear away those negative associations with it and realize your own ability to choose, it will not become something that is destructive outwardly in a negative sense. It is destructive inwardly in a positive sense, in that it gives you the power to destroy the belief systems that may limit you. And in that sense, the destructive power is a good thing. Oh, thanks to you, yes. Yes, most certainly.
I'm curious about like creating your own path.
Yes.
And predestination, like.
All right. So, here is where the great paradox of the universe comes into play in the biggest sense. Because you have free will, and you cannot deny this. You have the ability to choose. You have the ability to even choose where you focus your mind. And this choice is one of the most powerful choices that you make. Sometimes those little adjustments of your focus are enough to clear away negativity, to change your own frequency entirely, so that what you attract also changes. On the flip side, everything is, in a way, already decided. The soul, as it incarnates, decides everything that it is about to incarnate into and to experience throughout its life. Yet, there are infinite paths, and they are all, in a sense, predetermined. So, this is a universe that allows for parallel reality split-offs, and they occur every nanosecond. Every nanosecond, as people change and you decide to do something different, there are different universes that are created. And so you have the power really to tap into those many other universes that are out there with your own imagination, and you can see through those probabilities what could be created, what has been created or is created in the other realities. And really they're all pre-built into the structure of the universe. The end of the universe, in a sense, and everything that will happen in every single parallel reality has already existed since the beginning of the universe. And at those higher dimensional levels where there is no time, those creator beings, or creator gods as you say, are witnessing the simultaneity of every single parallel reality and the past and future moments of all of them. Can you comprehend that or grasp that even a little bit?
Yeah.
All right. So the simplest answer to your question is then, yes, you have free will, and you are choosing between an infinite amount of predetermined realities.
So, I feel this great indecision then. There's so many possibilities.
Well, there's no such thing as indecision. If you are experiencing indecision, you are choosing not to decide.
Is there a way
Which is a decision.
to, I feel that
Well, again, it is really about what is most exciting for you. When you feel into your heart and you imagine the different paths before you, do not get focused on the outcome, because really, once you receive what you desire, you're going to want something different. Look towards where the process of creating is the most passionate, where there is the most love, joy, awakening for you. And when you align with that path and you walk that path, your ability to create is amplified. The flow that is accessed only through passion allows for things to occur in easier ways, and it fuels synchronicity, which will attract to you opportunities that you didn't even know about, simply because you were in that state of your own passion and excitement. Yes, our thanks to you.
Can I ask something in this relation as well?
Yes.
So this free will, however, there's a specified destiny already, so to say, which we
Yes.
choose to be born into.
Yes.
And I know following the heart and what excites you. What I also sometimes notice, like the physical, the body doesn't want to move. And is that also a sign that it's not really what you're meant to be doing?
There can be many reasons for that, and that is one of them. Other reasons may be it is simply time to rest. If you have been moving too much, the body will, in a way, force you to take that break when it is necessary. You can be just as excited about doing nothing as you are excited about doing something. So, meditation and different healing practices are also expressions of excitement, though, of course, your physical reality requires physical action. You can also find yourself in that way paralyzed or unable to move if, for some reason, there is a strong belief in the way of believing in fully what you are passionate about. So it can mean one of those two things, and it will take time to see and witness and uncover, in a way, which is being expressed in that moment. Are you feeling this stuckness because you are about to do something you are not genuinely excited about? Or are you feeling this stuckness because you are excited about, but there's a belief in the way? So we will describe a bit of the sensation of these two different experiences of stuckness. In the case that you are not really excited about it, you may feel a great fear. You may feel as if there is tension in your legs, that they don't want to carry you forward. You may feel that different parts of your body, like your stomach, flare up and cause you to be nauseous. In the case that you really are excited about it, but you have a belief in the way, you will feel this most powerfully in your heart. It will feel as if your heart is beating much quicker, yet somehow there is a net or a constriction around it. And that constriction is the side effect of the negative belief. So in that instance, you would ask yourself, if I really, really want to do this, why is there this belief in the way? What is this belief? What could I fear would happen if I really follow this path? And in the other instance, you must ask yourself, if this is not really what I want to do, what do I want to do? And yes, it is important to have some degree of certainty before you continue. So taking the time to process, to clear, to find that place of balance before you move forward is just as important and just as part of the process of following your excitement.
Thank you.
Our thanks to you, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
I am starting a project now
All right.
with cacao,
All right.
and we are investing a portion of our profits into reforestation
All right.
because cacao likes to grow under big trees. And I'm feeling both very excited as well as a sense of how much is it really possible to achieve this goal, because it's very sensitive to plant trees and resources in a country where a lot of people suffer from poverty, and these trees can very quickly be liquidated into resources. So I have this burning desire to help the process of reforestation, and a little piece of fear within me that it may be futile.
Yes. Would you be reforesting land that is privately owned, or?
It would be owned by the farmers who are cultivating it currently.
Yes.
I mean, it could be, but it could also be bought and reforested if we have that funds.
Yes. In a way, that would give you more insurance.
Yes.
Though, ultimately, in your life, there are certain things that you simply must accept the probability of, knowing that the intention that you have and the desire to help your own planet is supported by the planet, and the consciousness is awakening in everyone to be aware of that. So the chances are quite likely that things will work out, though sometimes you have to surrender to the opportunity that they will not work out, and realize that the journey, the investment itself, is not lost. The energy carries on in the grand scheme of things. And yes, the more security you have, of course, the better. So when you own the land, or when you can really trust the integrity of the people you work with, it is safer, it is more supported. Though, if you really find that your passion is still to take the risk, then take the risk.
Thank you.
Yes, our thanks to you.
I have a question.
Yes.
I asked you earlier about my manual. I know it's going to happen.
Yes.
It's just that I've been a little bit stuck, and I'm getting on it tomorrow.
Yes.
Literally. But that's somebody else typing it for me. I just want to know if the contents is adequate for that level. Do I need to add anything?
Once you complete the manual, you will find that there is new information that you will receive to add on, though in a way, do not ask for more information until you have it all in a way in your internal storage, because it may overwhelm you and may interrupt the flow of things. Trust that there is more there, and once it is out on paper, or in your computer, so to speak, it will refine itself and it will add upon itself. Have you outlined it already?
Mm-hmm.
Very good.
I'm just wondering, you see, I've channeled the higher advanced crystal course before this one, and I found that it was too advanced for certain people, a certain level of students, and now I'm doing that level, but I find that the teachings that I had learned are 30 years old, and so I've added in and changed things, so I'm just busy tweaking it. So
you will always find that it is a bit too advanced for some people, though that process itself will lead you to be able to in a way, make it more simple for those who are just beginning. So when you find that people are confused by it, take the moment to really go deep into what confuses them and explain it to them in clear ways. This will help you get a more general sense of where people need to start off.
No, I'm finding that people are still stuck in the old ways,
Yes.
and we're moving into 220, and so we need to evolve our minds, and we have the duty as leaders and healers to take them on their process.
Yes.
Because sometimes, even in an advanced place like this, I find people still stuck.
Yes. Because there are many ideas that were once helpful that later become limiting. So, in a way, by embodying a bit of the trickster energy, by allowing things to be more light yourself, and playing with them a bit more, you can pull them out of these paradigms. The seriousness is a very restricting force that when somebody is in an old idea, a limiting idea, the firmness will push them more powerfully into the place they're already committed to being. So have a degree of openness. Allow yourself to play with it.
Play and be joyful.
Have fun with it, yes. And don't feel afraid of playing games that may seem tricky. The truth is that the things that you are offering are sometimes so radically different that it is very confusing for people. And the confusion can be transformed into what many call co-fusion, when some person understands that two ideas are both equally true. So, by not making their ideas wrong, but by having fun with the paradox between those new ideas and the old ones, it can be a game that allows people to let go of the weight of needing to find the right way of doing things and simply surrendering, allowing for their own higher self to teach them and show them, affirm for them the truth of what they are seeing and you are sharing. Yes, our thanks to you.
I have another question.
All right.
I'm also curious about what star system I'm and why.
You do have a strong connection to the Pleiades. You have many other parallel lifetime incarnations there. And our world is one of spreading a vibration of love. We are messengers. We are journeyers. We go to many different realms and we share our ideas and receive the ideas from many others. As we have explored so much, we have a very broad perspective and we simply love to share and to play. This frequency is one that is very powerful for you to embody, to learn how to be more open and willing, to feel the power that your heart has naturally to awaken the same joy and connection in others. So as you have met us before, you can find that we are not so far away. In the experiences to come, you may feel our presence in deeper ways. And before you go to sleep, you can always ask to meet us in the dreams. There's much information out there about us, so expose yourself to it, and we will most certainly be guides that are working with you more powerfully. You as well do have connections to the different hybrid races, which you can discover as well. And you have actually created or contributed your genetics to hybrid children that will come to be on your planet eventually.
What are hybrid children?
As you know that there are some humans, and more than you would think, as the ability to remember these experiences is not that totally common. Some of you do, though even more of you have had the experiences yet forget them. And in these alien, or we really prefer the term extraterrestrial, though it is alright, this term alien as well. In these abduction experiences, with the beings you know to be the Greys and their predecessors, there were extractions made that human DNA was taken and used to create new races. These new races together were part of a long-term project of the cross between these humans and these Greys that created enlightened species with advanced technologies and high spiritual abilities. These beings are already connected to you upon your planet, and soon they will come to meet you. So you have contributed to these hybrid children, and as you have been a mother in that way, they are connected to you, they are aware of you, and they do also look forward to meeting you one day.
Does this mean I was abducted?
Yes.
I just thought so. Okay.
Though do not fear, it was a good thing.
Cool. Thanks.
Yes, our thanks to you as well.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a really strong connection to Debola, and it's to do with the crystals. And,
Yes.
carrying starseed energy from that space. It's been coming up a lot with different people and energies. How am I connected to those clients that are also on Debola?
What is the name of this place?
Debola is where the first crystal came to Earth from.
Oh, alright. And what are you asking about it?
I'm asking my connection to it in the now.
Alright,
Working
one moment.
with these beings that are now here.
They do transmit their energy in your work when you are using the crystals. Much of the information has come to you from the Pleiadian sources, yet behind their knowing, they have received information from this place. Ultimately, what is most important is to apply the tools that you know, to apply these understandings. We cannot access all of the information about your connection at this time, as there are new experiences and affirmations to come that will show you more of this connection.
I'm getting a lot of channeling straight from the whale's tail of Cetus.
Yes.
Debola is one of the planets in that Castilian. So I'm just wanting to have confirmation of how authentic it is.
You are most certainly deeply connected to that realm, and your guides from that world are working with you and supporting you in this healing work. So simply trust that and allow for the energy and the information to flow. We can allow for one last question if anyone is interested before we close this part of the experience today.
May I ask a question
Yes.
about my star origins?
Well, as well, you are deeply linked into the Pleiadian system, and many connections are opening for you and will open in the times to come. One moment. As well, you may find that you will assimilate great energies from the system you know to be Arcturus. So, by asking their energy, asking for their frequency to be with you, this can deepen in your ability to heal, not just humans and yourself, but plants. There are different energies that come from this realm that are sort of like operating systems, so to speak, that you can transmit with your hands, with your eyes, with your intention. And you can, in this way, learn how to download blueprints and transmit them to any living thing. The Arcturians are, in a way, master healers, and their connection to you will as well allow you to expand in your ability to transmit this balancing, integrative frequency.
How can I best connect to listening and sharing space with them?
One, following your excitement, which is most of course important, and as well taking the time in meditation, listening to different frequencies and channeled recordings coming from their reality, and sitting beneath the stars. If you can locate that star in the sky and focus upon it, and locate our constellation in the sky, take the time to focus upon it, the energies will come to you. You can even find different symbolism, or yes, find it first. Look for the different symbols and paintings made from these realities and place them around you. The frequencies will assimilate and will allow you as well to paint, to draw, to channel their energy in your own way.
Thank you.
Yes, our thanks to you. We thank you all for your questions and your sharing. We will conclude with a couple of messages and a final assimilation of these energies before continuing at this time. Please close your eyes now and allow yourself to assimilate into this space. There are great changes to come in your world in the times to come. We simply wish you to know that there are two distinct pockets of human life evolving: those who are choosing the path of love and those who are choosing a path of fear. In these times, everything on your planet will expand. This includes many challenges, both politically and in your natural world. Though by aligning your focus more and more with those of you who are choosing love, realizing that you are connected together by an invisible web of energy, you can allow for your own ability to create this earth, to create a beautiful life for yourself within it, to deepen, to expand. So, we offer you this as a tool to always allow for your connection with our reality to open greater. First, bringing your awareness into your own spine. Imagine it getting longer, imagining it getting taller. Feeling a wave of energy that moves up and down your spine, creating a circular flow. Perhaps breathing slow and deep, and feeling this channel, this line of energy from your spine begin to expand and move around your body. As it comes to surround you, notice how this channel moves infinitely up and infinitely down in both directions. It is a chamber of crystal and liquid light, and this liquid light connects you to every dimensional expression of yourself. Breathe this light in, feel it flow in through this chamber and go to all of your cells. In the downwards direction, bringing your focus from your heart down to the base of your spine. And feel from the base of your spine to your feet great roots of light that go down, they go into the earth. They begin to wrap around the mycelium grids of the earth, the crystalline grids of the earth, through the water, through the magma, connecting you to all of the elements, metals, minerals. See these roots grow much deeper, through the molten core of the earth, to the solid iron crystal core of the earth. While it may be solid, see that great brilliant light that surrounds it, and feel its resonance, its vibration. It is moving, it is vibrating, it is churning. Imagine this vibration coming up through your roots, into your body. See if you can hear it or feel it. Allow your heart to come into resonance with the earth's heart as this energy moves up, through your feet, through your spine, one chakra, one vertebrae at a time. And imagine this earth energy coming into your heart. Perhaps it comes with a color or a certain vibration. Feeling your heart rooted, connected, grounded. And now from your heart, imagine even greater channels of energy moving up through your neck, through your chin, through the back of your head, and your face, to your brain. From the top of your head, see many channels of energy, like streams or hoses, moving, dancing, spiraling. First, see a silver stream shoot up and out into the moon. Feeling this energy flowing into you, the silver, brilliant light, activating that lunar, feminine quality. Imagine these lights as a waterfall or a shower pouring within. Connect to your sun, seeing a golden channel of light. Feel this golden light pouring into your body, activating your cells, going deep and far. And then from your sun, go even further and connect to a star of your choice, if you know of many stars out there. Or connect to our stars. Our star is called Alcion. Of course, there are many stars in our system that we also have a deep connection to. Though imagine this crystal column of energy moving far out beyond and connecting to our star. See its blue light again pour into you. And know that at any moment you can tune into this energy. You can allow it to make its connection flow into you. Notice how it feels for this blue light to move through your cells. Bringing peace, bringing knowing, bringing that joyful, loving vibration we share. And finally go completely beyond to this center of your Milky Way galaxy, this black hole. Know that while it may appear black to you, if you travel deeper into it with your imagination, notice what is there. Notice its magnetism, its radiance. Notice that even here there is light. And there are connections to all other universes, all other galaxies within this universe. Allow its scope to show you the magnitude of this multiverse. And again, feel this energy now from the center of your galaxy, from all of these stars pouring into you, opening your crown, descending down, and resting in your heart. And know that here in your heart, while all of it may appear far beyond you outside, that here in your heart, all is within you. All is one. You are source, And as an expression of Source, you contain the entire universe within you. And your world, your reality, is a microcosm of that. You are that powerful, you are that loved. And know that all that may seem beyond you can be accessed here in your heart, including beings like ourselves. We thank you for allowing this transmission to occur. We thank you for allowing your heart to open to us and to receive this guidance, this information. We love you very much, and we look forward to co-creating with you in many other ways. Our thanks and blessings to you, and we will see you later.